I just wanted to comment on something while it's fresh and I'm furious in me. I just watched this thing on YouTube. Uh, how the animals are getting displaced by the fires, and the SPCA is getting an influx of hundreds and hundreds of animals. Where'd the people go that have the animals? Why aren't the animals with the people? I don't care if they're displaced. So they just take them back to the vets? People are I can't even speak. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. What happens when their kids are too inconvenient? Or their wife or anything else? They do the same thing? Fuck. You ever heard that old analogy, lipstick on a pig? Yeah, it's like society's lipstick on a pig. And I don't like using animal analogies because animals are great. But 3 dressed up as a 9, whatever. Society and people are dirty, ugly creatures with terrible values, trying to dress up like they're great, right? Because we're clean and fresh and tidy and we have lots of things. We're good people. No, we're not. I'm not talking about me. I'm way better than most people, believe me. Most people are totally oblivious. As long as they're comfortable in their meaningless lives. What have they contributed to the world? Most of them, nothing. 0. They take more than they give. Thank you very much. Welcome to hell, my friends. Not the Bible's version, that's all made up, but the world's on fire. You sure feel that in your lungs, I'll tell you. I just went up my little hill behind my house. It's about 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. I think it's August 15th, 2026. And you know what's going to happen? All these houses that got burned down, all that, yeah, and I feel sorry for the people. Not their fault, most of them. But there's already guys in the lumber industry rubbing their hands together, investors going, man, they're going to need a lot of new homes. Let's make sure we secure our timber contracts so we can cut more trees and dry out more forests. And how are things going to get better doing that? They won't. Hey, but that's the North American way, my friends. Maybe we could build the houses out of something that doesn't burn. Hey? That might be a smarter thing to do. Like they do in Europe. They don't use wood to build houses in Europe, do they? They got trees over there too. Trees are kind of useful for things like cleaning the air and keeping moisture in the ground. You know, keeping us all alive. Oh, and by the way, isn't YouTube and all those platforms terrible? Every video is 100% predictable. Every yank, every tug at you. The advertisers are terrible. It's all drivel. Everybody copies everybody else. It's so predictable, it's just sickening. All for $1. And people go, yeah, I know that. Yeah, but maybe we should start the first authentic TrueTube, we'll call it, instead of YouTube. Where you can't be on it unless you're stop eating meat and dairy. And you start caring about the planet that you live on. Not showing off like some circus ape. Look at me. I got the most toys. Okay, bye. Good morning, everybody. Geez, that made me happier. I got no one to talk to, you know. That's the hard part, right? Nobody else is interested in a better life, most of them. I'm not even going to ask why anymore. Is there anybody out there? Anybody? Is there anybody out there? E-bikes, all that kind of stuff, right? Everybody's whining about they're catching fire. Firefighters, learn how to put out a fire. Yeah, don't cry. Big babies, overpaid babies. But, you know, people got to be smart too, right? You know, when you got your electric shit plugged in, you don't leave the house and that. You watch it. You check the temperature of your charger and your batteries. You touch things. You don't run long extension cords. You don't leave everything out in the sun while you're charging it unattended. You don't leave the house and charge it, you know, when you're not there. Make sure your cords aren't all frayed and all beat up. You know, if anything, even run a fan. Sometimes I run a fan to cool everything down, to blow over them when I'm charge them inside. I've got e-bikes and stuff. The batteries are still 100% good after 10 years too. Let the batteries cool down before you plug them in and charge them. You don't have to charge them completely full all the time either. Unplug them. Let them cool down a bit. Charge them for another hour later. But where's the education? Who's telling people how to not have fires when they're charging their shit up? And just letting little kids plug things in wherever they want and not tend to them and just leave them all plugged in. I don't even like leaving a razor plugged in when I'm not at home. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's charging something, you know, you'd be stupid to leave stuff like that plugged in all the time. Oh well. People will learn. Maybe. Nah, they won't. But you know what they'll do? They'll blame the e-scooters, they'll blame the e-bikes. That they're the bad. They're bad, right? You want to talk about guns? Guess how many gun murders there'd be in gun crimes if there was no guns? 0. Do the math. But they'll try and monkey that around too. Guess how many people would die in car crashes every year if there were no cars? 0. Guess how many people would die in alcohol-related deaths every year if they didn't drink? You get it. Bye. Yeah, it's still smoky. 10 minutes later. Behind us. Yeah, those platforms, they attract all the real high view videos and that, they're all the worst. They're the absolute worst ones. You know, you would think that would, you know, the formula's there. Just got to make the worst, most terrible, most pointless video possible with the most pointless, useless content as far as, you know, actual use. Just filling time, right? Till you die type content. And then throw the advertising up maybe at the beginning of a music video or something like that. Right at the beginning. Right when you've listened to 30 seconds. And by that time, I just don't even want to listen to it anymore. By the time I'm just talking about, anyway. The whole system's designed to make you agitated and keep scrolling. They want you to see little bits of as much garbage and pollution as they possibly can. And then if they get lucky, they'll trick you. They'll trick you. Oh, they've already tricked you. You guys are all hopeless. Come with me. You won't find anything like my content. Making millions of views. As I'm not a fucking liar. And a sellout. I'm not a liar. I'm not a sellout. A know-it-all when I'm not. Go for a walk. Clear your head. Try not to murder everybody. That's what they teach you, right? All the best people in history were the best bomb droppers. Eh? Classy people, man. Classy people get the best jobs. Worst people. Worst. What have they done to better society at all? They'll have an answer, but it'll be a lie. Don't get me wrong, poor people are dumb too. Give them 5 cents off beer, they'll go buy an extra case, right? Why not? Why not? All these industries poisoning us for a profit, right? Just sad. Like you say, where have all the good people gone? I don't know. Too brainwashed to know. I hope somebody honks at me today when I'm out on a scooter. I'm a remarkably calm person. I got a lot more reasons to honk at cars than they do to honk at me, put it that way. When they're on their way to Costco to buy frozen meat and cheese. See what you guys have done? Fucked it all up. Yeah, you can't even have a conversation with somebody anymore. Even people you meet on the trail. I mean, it's all like, they just want to tell you about all the places they've been, all the things they own, and what they do. You know, so they can make sure you know kind of how much money they make, right? Where's the what do you stand for type stuff in conversations? What would you die for? You know, that type of stuff. But I've never seen, things just keep getting shallower and shallower by the minute. No wonder hermits and homeless are the fastest growing demographic in North America and the world. I don't know. I'm just being a goof now. It's hard to try and live outside the system. And the system isn't designed for your well-being as much as they may tell you it is. They being any media you listen to or anybody you talk to. Just look at what they have and what they do, and you'll know where they stand, my friend. So kids out there, be careful plugging your electrics and stuff in, right? Tend to them. Watch those batteries. Make sure things are in the shade. You know, all that kind of stuff, man. Use your brain. You guys grew up on batteries. And I know it's all sorts of people, situations are different, and they don't have the right places sometimes to plug them in, whatever, but it's no excuse. Excuses, some people love excuses. It's the answer for everything, right? You know, people that murder people got excuses. People that stab you in the back got excuses. People that ignore you got excuses. Everyone's got excuses. Does that make a bad a good? I don't know. To them it does. Let's live a really good life, right? Let's live the type of life that spreads. That's so good it spreads to others, and then the effect starts to take over and everybody's life becomes better. I'm to the point where I know it seems like I'm talking a lot today, but I get to the point sometimes where I don't even want to speak anymore. I just want to take the vow of silence because it's like nobody cares, nobody listens. Everybody treats the world like Disneyland. There's one YouTuber guy in there, German in Venice. I don't mind him, but he still promotes that style of frivolous fun. That's what screwed up the world. And he looks at it and he goes, oh, why does it look this way? Because it looks this way because people run around with their heads cut off for too long, right? All those movies and that, you know, he talks about Back to the Future. Now, all those movies, they portrayed the future was going to be a certain way. It turned out way worse. Things are... Anyway. China, save us, man. Save us, China. I know you can. Well, you got all the stuff. You can do it. Yeah, I know it's crazy. Or we could all work together, right? Instead of trying to do the Canadian-American way, we can't do anything unless we got the upper hand. And we lie about how great we are. And they allow guys like that to have children, right? Like his type of people, they're the ones that, they love all that chemical castration shit. Somebody should have, anyway. We all know who I'm talking about. He's on his way out. If I was a leader, there's a few leaders out there I know they just will refuse to do any kind of deal until he's out of power, and I think that's a fair deal. Whatever we got going is good enough until he's gone. But that mentality won't die quick in the US, that type of greed. Me first. Let's see who can get the biggest pile of gold by the end of our lives mentality. Those ways of what's ruined the world, and those people gotta stay away. Just gotta stay away. Thank you everybody that still watches occasionally. And thanks for coming along for the walk, because I only share the best. You know, this is the best part. It'll be the best part of your life. Go for a walk, go for a hike. Ask your family to go with you. If you ask them for 10 years straight and they don't come, still go. That goes for anybody, right? People don't realize that, you know, when someone asks somebody to go on a walk or a hike, that's a gift. They're trying to give you the best. You know, they want to share the best of life with you. Or you can invite somebody for a drink and share the darkest side of life with somebody, right? It's up to you, right? It's I just don't understand why some people don't get that. This isn't directed at anyone in particular, even though it probably could be, but that goes for everybody. First, there's quantity of time you spend with people, and then there's quality of time and quality of life. And what we do and what we expose ourselves to is what we are. So what? Stop talking, Barry. I haven't made a video. I used some old clips to make that other video. I just couldn't bring myself to even do anything, right? But we can. We're alive. Do you think the only reason all young people aren't vegan is because their parents have told them that that's stupid? Probably. Because I think all kids would be. But people aren't given the facts, right? The truth. And sometimes the parents are so stupid beyond the facts, and it's all layers of money. Of course the fucking pig farmers don't want you to stop eating piglets, and of course the chicken guys don't want you to stop torturing chickens, and same with the cow people don't want you to stop torturing cows and stealing their babies' milk and killing their calves. And horse meat too. Yeah, people eat horse, they eat all sorts of stuff, right? Stop the killing. You don't got to kill everything every day. How many? Think of all the animals that had to die because somebody told you you had to eat them. Tell those people to go fuck off. Basically, nobody out here. Once in a while, you'll see a couple addicted runners. Like, they're so hopelessly addicted that they're out here running in the smoke, right? It's not crazy. I mean, I like still walking up some steeper hills and that, but I still tone it down. I should have a mask on, but hopelessly addicted, right? Yeah, and I mean, I don't like using that word addiction because it's a cop-out. It's like saying it's out of your control. Control isn't always easy to take back, but you just have to have the will to change, right? I'm lucky, I'm fortunate. I've seen what it's like on the other side, and I think I've destroyed my life over more lives than a cat already because of alcohol and stuff like that, right? Yeah, so I always got that reminder. Everyone's got a reminder. Hey, yeah, it's farmers market day, and I mean, I don't mind a farmers market, right? But the markets in North America are still, don't you hate me? I know you got veg there. But I seen the other day, I saw some people from the so-called farmers market up here at the grocery store buying stuff to take to the farmers market, right? And it makes sense, right? The prices are generally higher than the big markets. Which they shouldn't be if the stuff's local. Right? Skip the middleman. Skip the big chain stores. In my opinion, you should kick them all in the nuts and you shouldn't shop at them at all. But hey. Why do we want to buy these guys new Mercedes and big houses all the time? Who cares? Just like it, so they can poison us with shitty food. That's where they make most of their money, is on the stuff that isn't edible. I used to be like this t-shirt company deal, betterbeliefsbranding.com. If they'd listen to me, I got lots of sayings for their shirts. Instead of this hashtag same stuff. Like, go vegan, you idiots, would be a good one for a shirt. Something like that, right? Isn't that supposed to get a reaction anyway? Hey, yeah, are we doing it right? Is that right, YouTube? I figured it out. That's why I haven't been able to fly my drone properly. Is like DJI wants me to log in. What's the problem with you assholes? What do I gotta log in the field for? I'll figure it out. Let you know. It's telling me I can't go any higher than 30 meters until I log in. We'll figure it out. Thanks for watching today, you guys. I'm not as angry as I seem. I just want better, that's all. Like we all should. Everybody wants better, don't they? No, I don't mean a new jet ski.